Life had a way of making me believe I had everything I ever wanted. A loving wife, 2 beautiful children, and a home that echoed with laughter and warmth. I worked tirelessly to provide for them, making sure they never lacked anything. I had convinced myself that this was the dream, that I was one of the lucky ones who had found true happiness. But all of that came crashing down the day I opened an email that changed my life forever. It started as an innocent joke among my friends. We were sitting around talking about our kids, and someone pointed out how my son looked nothing like me. I laughed it off, but then another friend chimed in. "Yeah, man, genetics are weird, but are you sure he's yours?" I still ignored it, rolling my eyes at their banter. But something about the way they said it stuck with me. Later that night, as I lay in bed next to my wife, watching my son's sleeping face in the dim glow of the nightlight, I felt a nagging doubt creep in. I pushed it away, telling myself I was being ridiculous. Days passed, but the thought wouldn't leave me. It wasn't just my son, my daughter too, had features that didn't quite match mine. I told myself it was just paranoia, but the curiosity slowly turned into an itch I couldn't ignore. One afternoon, when my wife was out shopping, I ordered a home DNA test kit. I felt guilty as I swabbed their cheeks and sealed the samples, but a part of me needed to know. Weeks later, I received an email notification that the results were ready. My heart pounded as I clicked the link, my palms sweaty. I wasn't sure what I expected to see, but the words on the screen hit me like a sledgehammer. No biological match. I blinked, my mind refusing to accept what I was reading. It had to be a mistake. Maybe I had done the test wrong. I scrolled further, searching for any sign of hope, but there was none. Not only was my son not mine, but neither was my daughter. A cold chill ran through me, making my hands tremble. I read the results over and over, as if staring at them long enough would change what they said. My entire world, the life I had built, had been a lie. The woman I had loved, the one I had trusted with everything, had betrayed me in the worst way possible. The children I had raised, kissed goodnight, and held when they cried weren't mine. I don't remember how long I sat there, staring at the screen. My mind was blank, yet filled with a whirlwind of emotions I couldn't control. Rage, heartbreak, confusion, and an unbearable sense of loss. That night, I confronted my wife. She was folding laundry in our bedroom when I walked in, holding my phone with the email pulled up. I didn't say a word at first. I just handed it to her. She glanced at the screen, her face draining of color. "What is this?" she asked, her voice trembling. "You tell me," I said, my voice hollow. She hesitated, and in that moment, I saw the truth in her eyes before she even spoke. "It's not what you think," she whispered. I let out a bitter laugh. "It's exactly what I think. You cheated, and you lied to me for years." Tears welled in her eyes as she shook her head. "It was a mistake," she choked out. "I never wanted to hurt you." "A mistake," I snapped. 2 kids aren't a mistake. A one-time thing is a mistake. This was years of lying, of letting me believe they were mine. She started crying, reaching for me, but I stepped back. I felt like I couldn't breathe. The air in the room was suffocating. I had spent years dedicating my life to a family that wasn't even mine. Every moment, every sacrifice, it had all been meaningless. I packed my bags that night. My wife begged me to stay, to at least talk about it. But what was there to say? The life I thought I had was gone. The love I had for my children suddenly felt foreign, like it didn't belong to me anymore. It was the hardest thing I had ever done, walking out that door, but staying would have been worse. People judge me. They say I should have stayed for the kids, that I was still their father in every way that mattered. But how could I? Every time I looked at them, I would see the betrayal, the lies. They weren't mine. They never were. I tell myself I did the right thing, that I had no choice. But deep down, I know the truth. I still miss them, and I don't think that pain will ever go away.